Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right-hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a ward and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as by Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started. Okay, did I get on? Am I here? Or is everybody with me? Oh, I think we want the video camera there. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? I hope you are well. I hope you're having a awesome, awesome day. I was scrambling just a little bit. I was looking for some paper that apparently I have moved. You know how that is, right? It's going to be in a better spot. Well, I don't know where it is. So I guess we'll do something else. Happy Halloween to everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you could be here today. So I've been a busy lady, and I did do my nails. So I don't know, you can hardly see the snowflakes on there, but I have not finished getting all of the subscription box stuff ready. I finally got a picture taken and sent it to Norella so she could give me the thumbnail. So now I've got to sit down and probably spend about 6-8 hours on the computer. Not looking forward to that because I've been so busy to get everything ready. Alrighty, so everybody with me? How are y'all doing today? I'm making sure that, am I even live? I see toe tapping to the music. Did something happen? Am I not live? Okay, reorganize and freshen yourself when you can't find. Exactly. It's exactly what I'm trying to say. All right, so here's what I'm doing today. I knew that I wanted some handmade ephemera pieces to go with the Christmas Wishes set. And so I thought, well, I'll kind of grab a few things out of my stash. Partly to get me into the Christmas mood. I've been so busy, I haven't really had a time to do a whole lot. I did fussy cut a few images out of, I think, part of the kits, large kits, I'm not sure. All right, I'm glad I'm live, yay. And that's why you don't clean your craft room, can't find a blessed thing. I understand, Margie. I understand. Well, I thought it was in one spot, and I bet you if I sit here long enough and kind of cast my gaze around the room in all the places that I put things, that I might see it. Where I thought it was over here, but I think I moved it for whatever reason. So we're just going to go forward and make do with what we have, right? Isn't that what we do here? So this is a Christmas card that I cut up. For years and years, I would get corporate Christmas cards. I got, personal Christmas cards. I saved a bunch of them. In fact, in the Christmas Wishes subscription box, everybody's going to get one random used Christmas card from my collection. I have a few left. Here's a little baggie that has a few more in it. And sometimes looking at these designs, you can be inspired to use your own supplies to make something else. And I thought, well, I like to have little mini journals in my bigger journals so that if you need to, write a note, or maybe you want to take that journal out and give it to somebody else, whatever it could be, you'll have one. And so I've cut up some cards, and I've had some music paper that's actually in a Christmas pack. It doesn't have any words on it, but I thought it would be a good contrast for a background, especially since this has some gold and kind of a holograph on the back there. Oh, well, Barbara, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm glad you're here with us today. Yeah, come and hang out with us for a little while. Yeah, I'm just looking and say, oh, Lord, where did I put it? I understand, Margie. Piles and piles and piles of stuff. Okay, so I think what I want to do is measure whatever I trimmed this card down to, which was a while back. So it's at 5.5 inches. I know that this is 6 or 12 by 12, so I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. But I'm thinking I don't want it to be, I'm gauging here. So 4 inches. So that would be, oh, I hate to waste paper, but we're just going to do it. I'm going to cut it at 6 inches because I can't think, and you know, math. All right, so if I want this on here, and I want to make this into a journal cover, so let's say we have a little bit of a space here. So that's 4 1/4. So if I go over to 8 1/2, that would be a nice little border here. So I'm going to cut that off. So I have this piece left over. I can use this for an additional journal card or something. So I'm going to cut this at 8 1/2. All right, so now I've got those 2 pieces. I'm just going to put this away for just a second. Oh, thank you, Margie, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so now I'm just going to fold this in half. Use my bone folder. All right, so that's going to go on the front of that. And I'll cut this one, or fold this one, I mean. Okay, so I like that. And this piece is going to go on here. It's a good way to use 2 little Christmas cards. And I have these 2 pieces. So I wonder if I were to cut that, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I want to make another card out of that. Let's look here. Oh, well, see, I cut this up earlier. Maybe what I'll do is find another. That actually fits on there. Look at here. I could trim that to be smaller. And let's look at this one. This one's too big, but I could trim it to fit. I think that would be a good one to put on there. You see that? We can make 4 little things right there off the bat. All right, so I'm going to trim this one down. So that is roughly 3 1/2 inches. So I'm going to trim this down to be, what, 3 1/4, maybe? Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to have a little bit of a border. I think I'll go ahead and cut off part of this. I know you're cutting up some of the pattern, but I think that's okay. So I got that little piece. And then we'll take this one and cut it down. Hey, Janice. Well, I'm so glad y'all could be here today. I have been fighting allergies for a couple of weeks now. I was hoping that with the rain that it would knock all the stuff out of the air, but I'm still just, you know, sniffling and blowing my nose and sneezing. It's insane. All right, so I'm going to get some Distress ink and go around the edges of these and contemplate what I want to do next. Find all the Christmas things in my shop. I have all kinds of different things. Right now, Beeline Designs is on vacation, so if you're looking for some of the Beeline Designs rubber stamps, those are going to show out of stock until she gets back, which I believe is going to be right before Thanksgiving. So we'll get that taken care of. I should have, if I get all my time spent tonight and tomorrow, because apparently I'm not going to be sleeping, working on the website portion of the subscription box. I'll get those done, and you'll be able to look at all the things that we have in the different subscription packages, if you will. How is everybody? Y'all been good? Y'all been having a great week? We did, oh, I forgot to bring it in here. We did make paper yesterday. I had a workshop up at the shop, and a couple of, I guess it was 3 ladies that came, and I shared my tools and my knowledge on making handmade paper. Everybody was able to play in the paper pulp and make a bunch of pages. One of the gals brought some beautiful royal blue paper, and she also brought some flower petals that were left over. That was Miss Jennifer. It was really beautiful. I loved how the papers turned out. I hope they had fun. They said they had fun. Doing good, Jennifer. I'm glad. Jennifer was at the workshop. She did a little recording. She set her phone up and forgot about it. And I wondered later when you said you needed to charge your phone, and I was like, oh yeah, she left it on forever recording us. It was kind of funny because she showed the video speeding it up really fast. And it was like we were walking all around the room. Did you post that anywhere? I'll have to look to see if you posted it. How many sheets of paper did you end up bringing home? I didn't even count how many I ended up with, and I wasn't really doing that much other than in between when I saw there was a vat ready, I would make some paper, but it was fun. We'll have another paper making workshop probably in a couple of months. Lots of babysitting the grandkids. Oh, well, you're getting to spend some quality time with them. All right, so I want to go there. And I want that to go there. I'm trying to decide if I want to put another layer of paper, because that's why I was looking for some paper that I couldn't find. So what I might do is grab a scrap of paper. So I'm going to put this here. So what I want is basically, I don't need it to be super thick because I just want it just for a piece of paper. And I don't even think it has to be anything special. I think what I'll do, oh yeah, I wanted to save that. I was just going to grab a piece of paper here, and I just want it so I can have a little bit of a border in between. So I need to measure this. So this again was 4 1/4, and this was almost 4 inches. So if I cut a piece of paper, let's just do it this way, 4 inches. And I want it to be just slightly bigger. And again, it doesn't matter what's on it because I am going to alter this piece of paper, but I just want a little sliver of it to show. So if I did this, you may not be able to see that there's a little bit of a border. So I'm going to look at this to see if that's what I want to do. And I may cut another piece bigger. I think I will cut it a little bit bigger. So not quite, right over 4, that first notch. And then I want this one longer. Oh yeah, that'll look a lot better. So this is 5 1/2. So if I go 5 3/4, is that enough? I think it would be. Okay, so let's do 5 3/4. So now I have a little border all the way around. This is just a scrap of paper, no worries. We can use it somewhere else. So I'm going to go just past and 5 3/4. I want the edge to be gold. So there's different ways we could do that. We could do it with a gold leafing pen. We could do it with gold embossing powder. So I'm going to grab my Versamark. And I think since it's on top, I've got my gold glitter embossing powder. I'm going to get a scrap of other book page here. All right, so I'm going to take my Versamark pad and I'm rubbing it over the edge of the paper to get a little ink on it, and I'm going to dip it into the embossing powder. Okay, so we got a little bit on there, and I'm going to close that, and we're going to emboss it real fast, and then we'll rotate it and do the other side. Y'all like making paper. It's fun. You haven't crafted in years, Barbara? Well, come on. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make a little mini journal. I'm going to make some journal cards, some ephemera, all Christmas themed. 19 sheets. Wow, you got quite a bit, Jennifer. That's awesome. Yeah, it did make me a little bit tired. I'm a little wore out. You haven't posted the video yet? Okay. Yes, it is like Christmas when you find lost goodies, for sure. All right, so I'm just going to add a little heat on there. All right, so I'm going to rotate that around. I'm going to do this side. And I'll do this one. So how you can take a book page and alter it to be used on our journal. So I'm going to do this one more time. Hello, Cricket. Oh, thank you so much, Margie. I greatly appreciate your support. I really do. Yeah, I was worn out when we got home yesterday. Did I do that yesterday? I'm trying to remember. Well, I had to unload my vehicle and put everything away. Thankfully, I only had to bring home a few things, mainly to be washed. So I got all of that pretty much washed. All right, so see now. Do you see the gold frame that I made? And see how it looks when we put it on the other paper? Do you see that little bit of glitter? And it looks like I have a whole sheet of glitter paper when I don't. Did you see that? Did you get it? Did you see it? Let's do it again. So again, I'm just going to go across the edge. In fact, I'll go ahead and just go all the way around. Why not? Nice about doing this technique, if you do miss a spot, just heat it. Once it's all heated, go back and add more where you need it. Heat it and add more where you need it. That kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Okay, so I can already see where this is going to be a spot here. Here's another trick you can do. You love the look of that gold edge. It's a great way to use that embossing powder that you probably had. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Cricket. You're so sweet. Thank you. I found out today that someone has been using our Netflix account because I couldn't log into it. I was trying to look for the next episode of, what is it called? Call the Midwife. I've been watching that show and I thought, well, I have a little bit of time. I'll watch while I'm getting everything ready. And I couldn't get into the account. It said too many accounts were being used. And then I noticed that there was an additional, and it said system account. And I was like, yeah, I don't think that was good. And so I ended up closing that account by deleting it. And then I messaged Henry because it's actually in Henry's name. I said, I think you need to change your password on our Netflix account and probably kick everybody out. And so he went in and kicked everybody out. And he said he would let me know later. But I was like, that's annoying. Got your own? Not you anymore. You got your own account now, Robin says. Oh dear. What is that? I'm dreaming the thought of having to go through all my... Oh, scrapbook pages again. Dreading it. Dreading. Why? You're supposed to make that fun. Okay, so I think I got a spot right there. All right, I think I need to put some more right here. And that's why this old ink pad gets relegated to this position of working on glittery pages. I don't care if it gets glitter on it. It's okay. I'll survive. All right, so we'll just heat this one up and we'll be done with that. You love Call the Midwife? It's a good one. I like that show. So I didn't get to watch any of it today. It's like, well, bum. So I was trying to fussy cut some things and grab some paper. And I couldn't find my glitter paper. So look, I made my own glitter framed paper. I've always been one of those that I love the look of the layers of pretty papers. But I always thought, man, that's expensive to make a card with 3-4 different layers of expensive scrapbook type papers. So I wanted to show y'all ways that you could get this really pretty look, but we're using, you know, a book page. What do you think? All right, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to glue these together. Get this one here. And I think we're going to go to the sewing machine in a moment. So thank you, Giovanna, for the little sewing lamb. So what I want to do is glue these two together. So I'm just going to put a little glue in the middle. Because what I want to do is sew right around the edge of the green paper. So we'll have a little bit of a zigzag stitch all the way around. And then I'll glue the whole thing on top of here. Won't that look really good? All right, let's do that again. Oh, like the ones altering? Couldn't get into watching The Midwife? Aw. Well, you know, it's a different show. I found it kind of interesting because of the era. All right, so we got that on here. Use my bone folder on the back here. All right, so now I'm going to go to the sewing machine. So I better turn that on. Get my zigzag stitch going. And let's move cameras. I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. I don't care. Shut up, lady. So try restarting them. Unplug. All right, I unplugged her. Yep, you could do this yourself. All right, so we're going to stitch on this. So I've just got a regular sewing machine, regular thread. I've got it set for a zigzag stitch. I use a regular needle, and I'm just going to line it up. I do recommend that you don't have glue, wet glue, out to the edge of your paper, that you let it dry, or you don't put glue all the way out. That's why I only put glue in the middle. So I'm just going to stitch right around this edge. And I think next we're going to look around and maybe stamp a sentiment or something on top of this. And then we need to find some paper to put on the inside. Maybe we'll make some. Maybe we'll do some Tattered Angels papers. I haven't done this in a while. Making some Tattered Angels papers. I did dye some coffee paper, or use coffee to dye some paper. Get my words out. So we just kind of went all the way around that. What do you think? Oh, are we too? Do we need to get a little better? Love the nails, thank you. All right. Do you not see? I think my table got moved. All right. Am I getting this where you can see it? You can see the stitches. I think my paper got a little close to the edge on this side. All righty. And we'll go across this way. It's funny how you can take a old Christmas card and cut it up, and it's going to have a completely different look to it. All right, so we did that one, okay? It's too close. Is that better? Is that better further back, I guess? Okay, I guess I had it too close. My table got moved. So there, okay. Well, thank you. Okay, so I got these two pieces. So those are gonna go, look at that, isn't that pretty? How that just kind of makes that glitter edge. Let's glue these together, and then let's look to see what we can put on top. So I'm just gonna come right in here. Like so. So get out that embossing powder and use it. All right, just kind of get that lined up on here. All right, we'll do this one. Love imperfect sewing. You just sew. You don't have to be perfect. We're not entering a contest to be the best seamstress out there. We're just making things because they make us happy, right? Okay. Put that right here. I like it. All right, so now we want to put a sentiment on here. So let me look here. All right, what did I just do with them? They're not back there. Did I put them over here? Oh my goodness, I would lose my head if it was not attached. I just had them, my whole set of rubber stamps. I covered them up, that's why. So, would we want to do Christmas on a big piece maybe? So what could we do that on? If I had maybe another piece of green, a different shade of green. I think I have some dark green paper. I lost my microphone. It came out of its little holder. All right, let's see if I can figure out. Oh, here's how it goes in. I guess it's designed that if you pop it out, it won't break because it'll just pop out. All right, so I think I thought I saw a dark green. Ah, here we go. That's pretty close to the same color, isn't it? The ornaments are pretty, aren't they? Yep, sew away, exactly. Just sew it, just do it. All right, so I'm gonna see if I were to stamp this guy on here. Let's see if we made it about 3 3¼ inches. No, 2 3/4 inches. There we go. And then let's see what we can get this way. So if I center that, and I'm going to go with, let's make it a little bit, yeah, so 3 3/4 of an inch. I don't know, that kind of covers, that's too much. That's too much. So let's try something else. Let's see if I like this look. I'm going to stamp it and then maybe rip it. So I'm going to stamp it and use some gold embossing powder. Let's see if we like this look. I think I got it too low. I did. All right, so I'm going to do it on this side. I want it in the center as much as I can get it. And then we're going to dip it into the embossing powder. Just getting off some of the excess, okay? Close that. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, didn't come off too much. All right. Oh, well, we're glad to have you here, Leah. Not this week yet. Put the towels in the washing machine. I haven't used an outdoor clothesline in a long time. We used to have one at our Henry's first house where we lived, but we never put one up here. Be wise. All right, so I'm just gonna do this. This may not work, you know, sometimes you gotta experiment. I like the way that looks color-wise. So I think if I were to take this piece and go around the edge, okay. All right, so I just kind of tore the edges, and I know it still looks the same color, so I'm going to do one more thing and see if we like it. If we don't, it's no big deal. So I'm just going to go around the edge with the Versamark ink pad, and then I'm going to dip this all the way around. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I just went all the way around the edge with the embossing powder. So let's heat that up and see how it looks, see if we like it. We may need maybe a piece of white behind it. I never did bring doilies in here. I think I missed the spot. It gets hot. Don't breathe the embossing powder. Just do it. Okay. We just do it. You know, I think sometimes we're really hard on ourselves while we're creating, and if you put too much pressure on yourself and berate yourself because you didn't like the way it turned out, then it kind of takes away your creative mojo. So don't let these things creep up on you and make you doubt what you're doing. Just do it, and then, okay, well, maybe that wasn't the best thing. I learned from it, so I won't do that again. All right, so there is where it says Christmas. I don't know. Do we want to leave it just like that on there? I like the glitter that's everywhere now. I think I'm going to leave that one like that, and we'll contemplate it for a moment. And I'll just do something different on this one. And since I have this little piece of paper, I want to see if this is big enough. It will fit, so I got to remember when you're doing or using Versamark ink or Distress Oxide inks on your stamps to clean them. So I'm just got a little bit of thieves cleaner and water, and we'll just rub that off. Do not spray the cushion of your stamp with alcohol because it will disintegrate. I have a customer that recently did that. I'm not going to name names. You like it like that? Okay, good. Yeah, I can understand that. You know, sometimes we've got to remember to just play, to not get so stressed of thinking about what we're doing, and play. All right, so I'm going to stamp this in the middle, bottom here. Let's see what it looks like if we emboss it. It may be enough. I don't know. This embossing powder really is too glittery sometimes for words, but we'll see if it comes out. Was it you? No, I would never tell on you. Oh, funny. It was Jennifer. Okay. So there we've got Merry Christmas. So I'm just going to trim this to be smaller. After I clean my stamp off, put it back on the carrier sheet. All right. Close this for a second. So that was from the Merry Christmas Quartet. I think it's what it's called. Oh, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, I like that. So, do we want to put another piece of paper behind it that will be gold? So I'm thinking, will this be big enough? Yeah, I think so. So what I'm going to do is trim it. If I had my cutter going the right direction for me. I know, someone asked me the other day why I don't have my cutter turned around the other way. Well, part of the reason is the cutter that I used to use for many years, this was the way it was set up. And I liked it, and I got used to it. And then it broke one day. And I was devastated. I was like, oh no, because I couldn't get it anymore. It was a Carl cutter, and I don't think anybody sells them anymore, at least not at a reasonable retail price. So I bought this Fiskars one, and in my opinion, this bar needs to be closer to me so I can read the numbers, because when it's up here, it's too far away. So that's the way I use it. Oh, eating brownies, yum. All right, so let's take this piece and we're going to swipe it and swipe it. And I'm going to get a pair of tweezers this time so I don't hold it. And we're going to dip it in the powder. Okay, let's see if we got that. I think that'll be good. Let's go right here on the edge. All right, so let's heat that up. It was a Carl, C-A-R-L, Carl. Yes, I love the Carl cutter. It was my favorite. I had 3 of them. I mean, that's how much I liked them. I would buy one and I would see it on sale and I'd buy another one because I liked them so much, but they all broke. They were not the best design for the little arm for measuring, and then the little flip flap for raising up your paper, you know, to be able to put the paper under it, that broke. I was like, oh my gosh. I really like this cutter, but it's in bad shape. All right, so I'm going to turn this around. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit more ink right there where the tweezers were. Let's see if I can't fill that in. I know, I'm spending all this time with embossing powder, but it's fun. You can get them on Amazon? Okay, well, I kind of looked, but I was so frustrated because it kept saying, see all the buying options. And then I was reading reviews that people were like, this is not the real one. That's not the one that I bought back in blah, blah. And I was like, all right, I give up. So I bought the Fiskars. Yeah, for several, I think it's been 20 years. I think that's how long that I have had or did have one. And I think I finally threw them all away. I still have a couple of replacement blades. I saw one the other day. All right, so we're going to put that. You see that with the Merry Christmas? Oh, I like it. I like it. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to put some glue on here. So I recycled a Christmas card. I used some book page and put glitter embossing powder on it. And I think I'll put that right here in the corner. I don't think I've ever had one. Yeah, nothing's the same as it used to be, exactly. Yeah, see, some of the Fiskar cutters I found, because I have a different one that I took to the shop and used, that the arm, when this comes out on my other one, it didn't stay flush. It actually raised up. So if you don't have it all the way out straight and you try to cut, it pushes the paper and then it's not straight. I was like, oh, this is annoying. Okay, I like that. We'll go ahead and glue this one down. Okay, I like it. So we made those. So now let's find some paper to put inside. I know I have some coffee dyed paper, so let me grab a couple of sheets. Of course, I can't get a hold of it. There we go. So I got a couple of sheets of paper because I'm thinking, since I made this 8.5 inches, I could cut this in half and have them be different sizes on the inside. That may be something we do. Let's also get a couple of book pages. So I'm just grabbing, I don't really care what they have on them. So we'll just get a couple. There we go. All right, so let's cut. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Just stay there. All right, so we know that the height of the journal is 6 inches, and I made the pages 8.5 inches wide. So I'm just going to come just shy of 6 inches and make a cut. And I'm going to do that again, just shy of 6 inches. And make a cut. Yeah, see, it's one of those. Well, we can do that, Barb. Since you're here, I will just do that at the next raffle. How's that? Y'all, if you haven't entered the raffle, please do so. Just by telling me, and what I'll do is we'll do it, and I will remove them from your account and give them to the person who wins. How's that sound? All right, so we got a couple pages of this. I think I'm just going to cut this at 5.5 inches. And that'll give us a few pages for our little mini journal. So I got 4 pages. 4 pages enough? What do you think? So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to fold these in half. Do this one. These will be good for if you want to put some other scraps of paper on top of them. Kind of do a little collage on them. All right, we'll do that. All right, so there's those, and we'll fold these in half. Okay, we can do it. Gotcha. Cricket's like, I want the coupon. Same difference, 200 junk bucks or the coupon, whatever you prefer. I can pop them into your account, then you can get your coupon at any time. So yeah, we'll do that the next raffle. I had some other gifts, but we'll do that first. How's that sound? Okay. All right. And I'm just going to throw those away. So I've got some coffee dyed paper here and then some book pages. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3. Do one more book page like that. And then these will go inside here. I should have made it a little bit smaller, but I can still do that. I forget sometimes when I'm doing these little journals, I need to trim my pages just a little bit. Okay, we'll get these all lined up. All right, I'm going to trim these off just a little bit. And we're just going to come just inside 4 1/4 inches and slice these off. Just so it's smaller. That's all. Don't have to do it. Okay, line these all up. Trim it off. Come on, stay. I'd like to get one of those great big guillotine Fisker. And then there's a really nice rotary Fisker ones, but it's huge. But it costs money. You know, you just hoard the points. Gotcha. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to the sewing machine, grab some paper clips, and I'll sew the pages to my journal cover that I made. Now, if you want, you could do a pamphlet stitch, but I'm just going to do a few stitches down where the spine would be. So I'm going to add a little distress ink right here in the center so I can see where that center fold is. Okay. So I'll put a paper clip on here just to keep it from shifting. Don't be shifty now. All right, so we're going to take this piece and fold it back on itself. All right, now behave. Just to help me see where I need to sew down the edge. Okay. All right, so line this up. Put this right here. I was going to make some Tattered Angels papers, but I decided to do this way. Maybe we'll do that in just a moment. All right, so I've got those. So I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine and then stitch just a few stitches here and there. Yeah, it's really nice. It's expensive, but I'm like, well, maybe someday I can get it. All right, so I'm just going to stitch with a straight stitch. I'm not going to really change the settings. I'll just come in here and stitch a few times, and then I'll move down and do it again. I'm not stitching the whole thing because sometimes when you sew down a spine like this, it will cause the pages to become perforated, and then your journal will fall apart. So just by doing a few stitches, you see where I just stitched a couple of times, okay? Thank you, Marangela, or Mariangela. Marangela? I'm sorry, I'm an Okie. I don't do very good. You paid a lot for your big guillotine cutter. I have access to a really heavy duty guillotine cutter at our shop. And then I have a Fiskars guillotine cutter that I bought years ago at a place called Big Lots that we have here in Oklahoma. And it was marked down to $25. So I really got a good deal on it because I think it's like a $60 cutter. But I would prefer to have a great big one someday that works really well. All right, we got that. Okay. Use it almost every day, Cricut. Well, that's good. All right, so I'm just going to take the paper clips out. So now we have a couple little mini junk journals, okay? So we have a cover, some coffee dyed paper, a book page, coffee dyed paper, a book page, coffee dyed paper. So it's ready for embellishing, okay? Oh, you got that mixed media one, that really nice one? Oh, cool. I'll have to check for it. I will. All right, so there's two. I think they're kind of fun and glitzy, aren't they? All right, we'll set those aside. All right, so I started these earlier. I don't know that we need to do the glitter edges. I think it looks pretty good with just that paper, don't you? So let's just glue those together and keep it really simple. What we could do, maybe I'll add a piece of fabric, kind of making a little tab at the top, like you were to pull it out of a pocket. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's look at the fabric stash and see what we've got. I know I have some gold ribbon. Let's see if I don't know if my microphone is long enough. It is pretty long, but it may not be quite long enough to go over here. All right, you ready? Going for a ride. So I'll kind of turn the camera. Well, I guess you can't really see where I'm going. I'm going over here where I have a bunch of boxes with ribbon. Ah, here we go. All right, am I still connected? Wow, my cable is pretty long. I was pretty impressed how long it was. Oh yeah, the what is that? Mimeographs? We had those. I would always be in the teachers area, the teachers lounge, whenever we had to mimeograph stuff, and it was purple and it had that alcohol-y, I don't know what kind of smell that was. All right, so I'm just trying to fix up my microphone so I don't get tangled in it. So this is how I store, it's dusty, my ribbon. I used to keep it all on the spools. You can tell I haven't used it in a while. But I've got these 12-inch iris containers. They're like clamshell containers. And then I started wrapping them. Oh, look at this. It's got blue. Wrapping them around little pieces of cardboard. And then I had some plastic dividers from another scrapbook thing. And I made little dividers. And so I have them by color so that when I need ribbon, this is so much easier than trying to sort through a whole container of the spools. Set that back here out of the way. All right, so I've got this ribbon, and I think I saw some lace. I know I saw a piece here. Let's do this one. All right. So here was my thought, was I would get a piece of this ribbon. I was trying to see if it's wrong side or right side. I would buy ribbon when it was on sale. And use it in my craft stuff. All right, so I think something like that. Is that what I want to do? All right, so I'm just going to cut both. And I think what I want to do is just put it right here at the top. Like that. So I'm going to just stitch on that really fast. I don't think you have to see it. So I just stitched on it like that. What do you think? Let's do that again. Just going to wrap it around this way. You like this? It's so much easier, isn't it, Jennifer? I mean, now I can find whatever color I want as long as I put it back in the container. I don't have to fight with all those spools. I do have a few spools that I haven't transferred yet, but it's a very small amount, okay? Yeah, it's so much easier that way, especially with these clear boxes. I've also put some washi tape in another one with little dividers. Okay, I like that. Just adding that little bit on there. All right, so I got 4 things made. Woohoo! How are we doing? All right, I think I want to make, there's some kits in the envelopes in the kits. I'm trying to decide what I want to put with them. You know, I like this ribbon, but it doesn't really go with the theme. I just was, those particular cards were kind of fun. All right, let's put, hey. Hercules is mad at me. I took his bed up to the shop, and so he doesn't have his bed in here, so he's in the living room pouting at me. I don't know. Let's see. What can we make with this? Got some red paper here. This is that heavier. It's not cardstock heavy, but it's a nicer weight paper. All right, so how about maybe a little folio type thing? It's a little bit different than the journal insert. I don't want it too big, so I think just so I can use this 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, I'm going to cut it in half. And let's see, let's make it at 5 inches, so let's score. Yeah, so 10 inches folded in half would be 5. Okay. So we'll score that. Oh, that tore it. Look at there. I didn't realize this paper isn't as thick as I thought it was, so I'm just going to cut it off. Okay. And we'll cut this one off too. Or do a better job. Let's see if I can do a better job. Don't press as hard. Okay. There we go. All right, so then I'm going to fold this up to that. And that should be 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. Yeah. Apparently I didn't cut it straight. But that's okay. All right. So this could be a natural little pocket. And it was going to be a pocket on this one. So I think what I'll do is just glue it into place. So we'll have a little pocket. Let's also put some distress inks on it. Oh, am I ignoring you now? What now? Oh, cool. Have fun with those. Uh-oh. Am I ignoring you? I didn't mean to. Is it time for the raffle? I don't even see. I don't even see Robin's name. Raffle. There it is. I see it now. There was too many other things going on. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away 200 junk bucks, and then I'm going to start another raffle that's going to be 2,000 junk bucks, or a coupon code that's going to be donated by Barbara Oliver, because she's going to give up her junk bucks. How's that sound? Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, are we ready? I don't know why I did that side. Okay, I'm going to glue this down as a pocket on the side. There. So it's not a super thick little folio, but it's something. All right, I'm going to fold this one over. Like so. Okay, we ready? Okay, so the winner of 200 junk bucks, which is like a big letdown compared to the next raffle, is Lori Merchant. Congratulations, Lori. All right, so let's reset this, and we're going to say 2,000 junk bucks from Barbara Oliver. All right, we're going to do that. Okay, y'all ready? All right, so now I've got these two little pieces. Oh, I have, I just saw this. I have a little bit of some wrapping paper, and I have a couple of rubber stamps. So, do we want to, I think I want to cut a little piece of this. Oh my goodness! I'll cut this off. All right, quit getting caught there. There we go. I wanted it to be straight. All right, so this is 6 inches. So if I take this piece in here and do it at 5 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, maybe. And since it's at an angle, I'm going to go ahead and just cut it straight. So that's almost 4 inches. So it's just kind of making a layer, right? Okay, so let's make this one. We'll do it at 5 3/4 of an inch. Okay. All right, y'all get into the raffle. And then I'm going to make this, let's do it 4 inches again, just for consistency. I'll save this piece, but I'm not going to save these. And I'm just going to pop them into my little bin here. All right, so I've got these guys that I think will look good on top of this red paper. Y'all into the raffle? So what if we were to stamp this Christmas tree? Man, I've got some of this green paper, and if we stamp that and embossed it in gold, I'm on a kick now. I think it would look really pretty. And this is called the Christmas word tree. Okay, so I need, come here, the embossing powder. Set that right here, and I need the Versamark pad. So I'm going to ink this up. Isn't that pretty? Scrap or wrapping paper. I think it was from one of those school fundraisers that when I worked a full-time job, you know, the people with children would come around with this order form and say, you need to order some wrapping paper, or what else did they have? They always had Christmas popcorn and cookies and little silly goofy things. Okay, let's see how this looks. It may be too fine of a detail for this embossing powder, since this is such chunky glitter. I don't know, it looks, you can kind of see it, and you see it? I'm going to stamp it again right beside it, just so I can do 2 at once. All right, we'll put it right there beside it. Okay. Okay, I got that. So let's emboss it and see how it looks. Okay. Your favorite wrapping paper from the school sales? Yeah. You love the embossing powder. It's so much fun because you can transform things, and it's so pretty. It's sparkly. Oh, camera's moving. We're not having a earthquake here. That was just me. I don't know. You can hardly see what it says. So I'm thinking maybe what I should have done was got my other embossing powder that doesn't have the glitter in it. But we'll keep going. We'll persevere and see. Oh, I guess you can see it. I can see on the camera now. Can you see it okay? I am using a heat tool. This is not a hair dryer. It gets really hot. So you don't want to heat on top of a surface that could melt. So that's why I'm holding it up in the air. You also don't want to put your face right over where you're embossing, because you don't want to breathe the fumes or get these particles. Okay? And I don't want to touch that too soon, because I don't want to get burnt. I think somebody's trying to message me, but I think we're okay. Okay. Not something I need to deal with. Okay. So I'm just going to take my scissors here and just kind of fussy cut this out. This is one of my new stamps that I added to my shop last year. I'm just going to kind of pseudo fussy cut this out, so we'll have a little bit of a green border around the edge. Go ahead and cut this off so I don't have to deal with the whole thing. Woo woo! Giovanna got a big win! Alright, we're going to go here. I hadn't even got out Norella's digital images, had I? Maybe that's what I'll do, is I've got a few for the next kit cut out. We'll use those in my little pocket. All right, so here was my thought. So what if we put, maybe we need one more layer of something. I'm just going to lay this right here. What else does that need? As I fussy cut out the next one. I guess we could get a piece of book page. I think some, I don't know if I got in the copy dye paper in here. What other layer could we put on here? Okay. All right, so got those here. Maybe a strip of a book page going down the edge. You know, I have this ribbon. I don't know if I want to try that. Is that too much gold on there? You can't really see it, can you? It just blends right in. Blends right in. I do have this weird little ribbon. Okay, for some reason this one doesn't want to latch shut, so we're going to set it back here. This was some ribbon I got. I went to a yard sale that a lady used to have, a scrapbook rubber stamp store, and I bought a huge box of things. All right, so what if we were to put this down the edge? Can't really see it, can you? But this is the side. I kind of like it though. Ooh, marmalade. Oh, any green ribbon. Let me see if I've got green. I think I have to pull out a different container. So I'm going to put this one back for a moment so that I don't have too many under my feet. Let's see what we have in the green ribbon. All right. Let's see here. I think it needs something behind there, so I'm wondering if I want to do just a little piece of something right behind there. I have just some dark green ribbon. I have this ribbon that's kind of sparkly and gold. Let's use that one. Will this one not close? This one won't close either. Won't stay closed. Okay. Maybe we'll find some other use for that. I think I'm going to just put some distress edges around this little ribbon. Yeah, let's see what we've got here. Going to help get that edge defined. Raffle! Into the raffle! Okay. I don't think I have. Oh, nope, that's not what I thought it was. Okay. I've got a little, it's just a little bit coffee dyed. So I'm wondering, Is that maybe? Kind of, I still got quiet, didn't I? You really like the wide ribbon though? I was thinking about putting a strip down the edge like that. But ribbon likes the robin. Ribbon likes the robin. Oh dear. But what we could do is this wide strip. I don't know. What do you think? We got two different things going on here. Okay. So you can see through it? Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, well let's do this. We'll see what we can do here. I don't know if I want to stay at the top or at the bottom. You like the gold? I think like that. You like that gold, the very first gold? All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down. You know, just trying to use what I already have out. Wider ribbon, okay. Not this, but the wide ribbon. All right, I'm going to cut this. Come on, don't stick to me. All right, so here comes the tricky part, getting this ribbon to stay where I want it. So my Fabri-Tac glue is coming in. So I'm just going to put just a fine amount across here. And then I'm going to lay this in it. I'm going to move it over just a tad. There we go. Okay, trim this just a little bit. Okay, now, do I want to go ahead and also put a piece of ribbon here? And then we'll put the little, like that. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to put down a little bit of glue right here. And then we'll glue this down. Okay. And I'll use my good fabric scissors to trim it, like so. Okay, you like that? All right. And then this piece is going to go on here, like that. That work? All right, let's glue that down. Since I'm going over this fabric ribbon, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac glue on the back of this stamped image. Squish it down. We're using sparkles. All right, let's do that again. Might as well, right? Thank you, Julie. Can you see that okay? Put that back in my bin. Scrapbook paper. Wrapping paper. Some weird gauzy ribbon. Rubber stamped image. Some ribbon. All on this card. Alright, so I want to do the same thing where it's not all the way to the edge, but over just a little bit. And I'm just going to come like this. Okay, and then lay it in the glue. Smush it into place. Cut off the excess. Like so. Whee! Okay. We need a little more glue right there. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to put one little drop of glue. We got the glue. We got the glue. We got the glue. Come down like so. Hey, I'm using up some of my ribbon. Thanks for making that suggestion to go get the ribbon. All right, then we'll glue this piece down. I think it needs a little red flower or a bow, maybe? Maybe that's what it needs. Oh, I know what I could use. I just saw some. I have some poinsettia stickers that I got a long time ago, clearance for 74 cents. So what if we were to take one of these guys, maybe put it something like that? What do you think? I think that looks pretty cute. Let's get another one. What do you think? Like that? So we've got bling. I'm keeping it relatively flat. Do I need to put one more? Do we need to put one down here? Yeah, why not? Put right there. I got a bigger one. Sometimes it's worth going after Christmas and buying stuff on clearance. Okay, so we've made a little folio that we could put stuff in. You can write in here, and then we've got a pocket. Although this is kind of bumpy, but we're going to go with it. Now let me put the ribbon back together so I can use it another day. So let's put some journal cards in here. I saw, was that in this one? Where did I put them? Oh, can't find things right in front of my face. Now, I'm using these anyway because my printer, I needed to calibrate the head and I had sent print. And so it's off and fuzzies, but I thought it kind of reminded me that it was vintage, you know, old. So I'm going to put one of those in here. And this one's a little gnome. But again, my printer was off, so it's got this fuzzy look, but I think it looks kind of cool anyway. So I'm going to put him right inside there. I think we need a little decoration on the inside, and I just saw all of my stencils. So let's see. Candy cane. Oh, I've got this holly leaves stencil. Let's do that. Or I can do, I thought I just saw a little snowflake, but maybe not. Ah, this was from the Merry Little Christmas kit. Let's use that. So if you have this set already, you can use it. So I'm going to line it up here. Put a scrap of paper right here. And I don't want it to be super bright. I think I want to do it with just some distress ink. So I'm going to just grab my distress ink, and I'm using walnut stain, but I'm using a very light hand, not going too heavy. Like so. So it's just a real light pattern. Can you see that? It's not real dark. And then when we put this back in here, that looks pretty good. So we've got the embossing. We made a little folio. Yay! Okay, let's do this one. Do the same thing. We'll just kind of, I'm just covering up the pocket so I don't put the pattern over it. And then we'll put this down. And let's get some ink. Trying to be somewhat gentle. It's got some sticky out parts on this stencil. Okay. I like it. It's real subtle, isn't it? All right, let's put this right here for now. Okay. I think I also want to put some Tattered Angels on there. And let's use, this one is the, uh-oh, I think I'm just tangled now. We're about to get tangled in the sound cord. Don't do it. Come on now. I thought I had it tucked up in my pocket, but apparently it came out. Okay. So I got Precious Metal, Tattered Angels. And I think what I want to do is just kind of lay this in here and just barely, well, this has been sitting for a while apparently. Let's see if I can get it to go. That's what happens when you don't use them every day. The little nozzle sometimes gets clogged up. So I'm spraying some some alcohol on it. Let's see if I can get it to go. There we go. All right, you went and then you quit. Come on. Well, poo. I guess I'll have to get something different. What have we got here? This is Dancing Dragonflies. There we go. Transparent gold. So it's just put a little bit of a gold shimmer on here. So I'll just set that aside to dry. And I'll take out the journal card in this one. I'll have to get some more sprayers in my craft room so I can swap out the bad ones. That happens. Okay. Dry. I hit it with my heat tool real fast. So now it's just giving a little bit of a shimmer to it. Oh, hello. Hey, Sandra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm just going to dry this. It's got a nice little shimmer on it. I know you probably can't see it on camera, but I kind of like the way that looks. Yeah, I can't see it, but that's okay. There's just a light little shimmer. If I tilt it just enough. You probably should see the sparkle. I know it's there. Okay. So this will go in the pocket. And this will go in this pocket. So now we've got just a little folio type thing that we can use in our journals. All right, so that's 2 more little things. I need a drink. Get some. I've made a chai latte this morning. All right, now what do I want to make? Let's see here. I have another piece of cardstock. I'm thinking I need to make some pockets that we can use in the journals. So, oh, I wonder, how would this look? What if we were to attach some of this transparent ribbon? All right, that's what we're going to do. How wide is this? So this is roughly 3 inches. So if I made a 3-inch strip, and then we attach that to there. Okay, let's do that. Let's make a 3-inch strip. My journal pages are generally right at 5.5 inches wide, but I don't really want my whole journal page or the pocket that big. So what I'm doing is cutting it in half. So it's 6 inches. And I'm going to go over about 1/2 inch and score it. And then I'm going to flip it around and do this at 1/2 inch as well and score it so that it has a built-in. If I made it a little bit deeper, I could have made a tab across the bottom, but doing it like that will make sure that I have a 5-inch pocket. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do 1/2 inch. Do it again over here. Okay. Put my tool back. And then in my scrap bin, I have some book pages. And since I should have cut this to be a 1/2 inch longer so that I can fold the bottom tab over, what I'm going to do is just glue a piece of paper to make that bottom tab, because I want to be able to poke a full-size card all the way down into the pocket. So that's why I'm adding the tab. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at an angle right there and right there. Cut that at an angle, cut that at an angle. So now we'll have this little pocket. I'll fold this up in a moment. All right, let's do that again. And then we're going to go over to the sewing machine in a moment. I wanted to get this on here first, because sometimes trying to glue this over where you sewed doesn't work as well. All right, so smooth that out. Fold this in. Can't get a hold of it. Okay, so I'm going to put some Distress inks on this edge so I can see it when I go to sew. All right. So what I'm going to do is take this ribbon. I'm trying to take it off the thing. There we go. And I want to lay it across here. And I'm thinking of what I'll do. Do I want stitches on top, or just down the sides. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac glue. Yeah, it does show that sparkle, doesn't it? And I'm just going to put a little bead of glue across the bottom and up the sides. And then I'm going to glue this right on top. Okay. Give that a good press. I'm going to fold this back out of the way. Grab my fabric scissors and trim that. And then I'm going to the sewing machine in a moment and I'll stitch down this side and across the bottom. So we'll get the sewing lamb out. So let's do this one more time. That can be drying a little bit. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bead of glue. Okay. We'll glue this right up to that edge, across the bottom there. Okay. Fold this back out of the way and trim it. So if you get some of that gauze or the fancy ribbons that are really wide and somewhat see-through, this is an idea for you. Woohoo, Cricket! All right, so we're going to go over the sewing machine. I'm going to stitch around these pieces. All right, so maybe now can you see a little better? Is it further away? All right, I'm getting tangled again. Quit that. Stop it now. All right, so I'm going to come right down this edge. And we're going to come around the bottom. What I'm hoping is this is going to look like it's all one piece, but I only stitched it on top of the paper. I could have stitched along the edge of that ribbon, but I think it'll look fine and we'll be able to use this as a secondary pocket. You see that? All right, let's do that again. This one should be dry. I do like that the Fabri-Tac glue dries relatively quickly. If you just use a small amount. I need to get, I think some people call them icing bottles with the really fine tip on it. I haven't gone to look but at Hobby Lobby and I couldn't find the little bottles. So I guess I'll have to look online and order some little bottles that I can put some of this Fabri-Tac glue in, because I don't like the tip. It just too much comes out at one time. All right, I like it. All right, so cut this angle and cut this angle. Cut this angle. Cut that angle. All right, let's get rid of all these pieces. So I'll fold that in and fold that in. And then we'll fold this one up like so. Okay. Oh, all right, Julie. All right, so there is a pocket using that fun ribbon that's got sparkles. It's very Christmassy, I think. All right, so we got those. So now we just need something on and in them. And I saw that I had a couple of fussy cut poinsettias. So what if we were to put those on here and maybe we could put Merry Christmas beside it? I do have, of course, again, my printer flubbed up. I have warm wishes and Christmas wishes. I could glue that on top of this fabric if I'm very careful. Or we can just find some cards to put in that layer and not put anything on there. What do you think? Thank you. It makes it so much better that you can, you know, put more stuff in the back. So what do you think? Embellish it like that or leave it plain? All right. I think, oh yeah, I need to deal with that. I also have, oh, I have these. I have these stickers. Maybe we'll do the sticker. Can you see that sticker? Or is that too much bling? Bling upon bling. All right, I'm going to commit. You love the card instead of the poinsettia? Okay. What about this little bling? All right, she likes the card instead of the poinsettia. What else do I have here? Okay, those are pockets. Well, this is a little tag. So maybe this tag will go over here. All right, Diane wants it embellished. How about we'll do one embellished and one not embellished? How's that? We'll compromise. All right, so I'm going to get my Distress ink and go around the flower real fast. The bling is nice though. You like the bling? All right, I think we'll go maybe Christmas wishes. Maybe what I could put in there is a different card. I mean, for example, here's a solid green card. What if we were to, These are sticky notes that I picked up a long time ago. I was just going to put it on this cardstock just so I had a little more strength, if you will. Hello? I don't know if somebody's here or if my dog just hit something. You like them both? Okay. I'm just going to cut this a little bit smaller. And cut off the edge. Probably cut it too small, but we'll see. All right, so there's like a sticky, this is a sticky note that I put on there. Go around the edge real fast. Oh, I know. I just saw, where did I do with it? I got a little strip of the wrapping paper that we can put down the side. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit shorter. Add some Distress inks to that. So I'm just making my own little thing. Okay, so if we put this on here, I got another little piece of this paper left. I may cut it to be the same length and then put it right next to the other. Okay, so if we put this down, maybe right here on the edge, and we got this piece that'll go right here, and you can see the green down the edge. Okay, let's glue this down. Okay, you like them both? Yeah, Julie will be right back, I think. All right, so I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to glue this right next to the other. Like that. And I had that green ribbon on my desk, but I also still have this guy. Oh, how funny. This ribbon says Merry Christmas down the edge of it. It's got a little smudge where the tape was. So I'm going to cut it. And what if we were to put that? Oh, that turned out pretty cute right there. I'm just going to cut it a little short. There we go. My nose is running. Catch it before it gets away. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here to hold that ribbon. Pop that down. So, should the words be readable from top to bottom going down, or do you read from the bottom up? I think the right way is this way, from top to bottom. What do you think? Nice touch. Yeah, just a little Merry Christmas ribbon. All right, so I'll put a little bit of glue on here just so that it doesn't come off. There. I do have another little piece of this, so do we want to put it right here at the top? Oh, I know I have. How about that? That's cute! Yes, agree. You like the ribbon? Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to put this. It says journal. It's from my mini journal quartet. Mini, small, mini. I don't remember. Journal quartet. I like it. Put it right at the top. Okay, so here comes the tricky part. Because I want to glue the flower onto, and the paper onto here, but I don't want to glue my pocket shut. So we have to think about this. And what I think I need is either like a plastic bag or something. I see something. Here we go. This will work. So I'm going to put a piece of plastic in my pocket here. I know I want to put this piece right here, so I'm making sure I've got it all the way to the corner. I think it needs a little, oh, let's see if I've got some green thread. I do. I have some obnoxious green thread. Look at this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a little nest bundle. Nest bundle! Okay, so I'm going to take a little of this thread that I've kind of wadded up on itself, and that's going to go right behind the poinsettia. You see that? All right. Oh, well, thank you. I'm a bottom to top girl. Okay, gotcha. It's interesting because I've been, if y'all didn't know, we have a embroidery shop, and then we have a t-shirt printing shop. And so I've been printing garments, and one of the garments is a pair of sweatpants that they have put Yukon Guard or Pride of Yukon, but it was from the bottom up is how they were having it read on the pant leg. So we were having that discussion. Okay. So I'm just going to move my bag. It has a little bit of glue on it, so I just wiped off that glue. I'm going to put it back in so it doesn't glue to the back paper. Okay. And then I think I want to put this piece right up here. So I'll put a little bit of glue on it. I'm using the Fabri-Tac glue. Had I been smart, I would have glued it all down before I made the little pocket, but This way we'll just work with it carefully. And again, it's going to stick to the plastic, so I'm just going to pull the plastic out, wipe off any glue, put it back in. All right, we just got to get that to dry. You like the little thread on there? All right, so this guy's going to go in that pocket. I think I missed a spot when I was gluing. I did. Glue that down. I think that turned out pretty cute. If we put that in the pocket. Okay, so then over here, let's just use the sticker. Let's see if the sticker will stick without causing us issue. Oh, that's not bad. It's not just going all the way through. All right, so we got two different looks. How's that? So this will go in here. How's that? Love the thread, love the sparkly. Oh, I'm glad you love your t-shirt, Jennifer. You love the poinsettia dimey thing? Yeah. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like it. Okay. All right, well, we made some more thingies. Now, I made those. Do I want to make something to go in the pocket? I mean, we do have these that could go in the pocket later. I kind of like that. Put it like that. Because it gives you this nice variety of glitz and pretty. Love them. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Let's practice. Let's get a piece of book page or something. I just lost everything. Here we go. Okay, why are they all stuck together? There we go. So I was just getting a book page. Let's pretend. And this is going to be a pocket on the page. Something like that. They give you all some ideas. You think I need doodads instead of thingies? Love, Giovanna says. There you go. Scrapbook paper. Just rub it in. Get your Christmas stuff out, Lori. Okay, I like that. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's stick that aside. So we got another little grouping there. I've made some pockets. What else can we do? You know, I have a bunch of this green paper. So I'm going to use that as my next project. So what could we do? How about if we did like a notepad that could slip over a page maybe? So right off the bat, I think what I want to do is trim this to be 5 inches wide. It's 5.5 now. So I'm going to cut off a 1/2 inch. I don't know why I like to make 2, but I always do, it seems. What are we, 540? All right. I think I want to make different papers that are going to be layered on top of this. So let's get out the spray box. And let's see if I can find some copy paper. I think I'm out. I just realized that I moved a bunch of paper a while back. Is this copy paper? This will work. So I've just got plain white copy paper. I'm going to grab a stencil. So which stencil do I want? I don't hardly ever make a holiday themed stencil for my stencil club, but I did in 2020. And I kind of like some of the patterns. So, which one do I want to use? I think I want to use this half sheet one. And I haven't even got all my Tattered Angels out. So I need a green. Let's do a green. So here's my green bin. This one's so artsy green. But it's got some gold in it. I don't think I want like a lime green. I do have an old Tattered Angels from the Royal Peacock set. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to use. This is artsy green. I think we'll use that one. I was trying to see if I found another one that I like, but I think I like this one. Ah, it's been sitting too long. The mechanism gets all gummed up on me. All right, now cooperate. All right, well, we'll get a different one. This is close. Let's see what happens when I shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Good grief. I guess I get to soak a bunch of Tattered Angels that's been sitting for a while. All right, I have an old Radiant Red. Let's see if this works. Nope, nope, no. Scrub it clean. Well, I had the idea. I have to go get some of my new ones that I haven't used yet. I do need to get my sprayers out. Well, good grief, I can't get any of these sprayers to work. Nope. All right, well, I guess we're moving on. I was going to use different Tattered Angels colors, but I guess that's not going to work. Not today. This must be leaking. All right. I'll try to clean this one more time. Okay. Nope. All right. I got a different color to work, so I may just steal the sprayer off of this one. Put that in here. Sometimes I do that. Just steal the sprayer out of another one. I know this one works. Ha! I knew there's one way to beat it. So now I'm just going to lay another piece of paper on top. All right, we'll just spray just a couple of times on the back, just so we have it on both sides. Okay, so I got that one. I'm going to flip this one over and spray this side. See, I have a will, so there is a way. I think I'm going to do that with a red. I'm going to see if I can find another sprayer I can steal. Maybe this one. I'm going to have a mess if one of these falls over. All right. Put that right here. Put this in here. Shake it. All right. So now I've got some green. I'm going to see if this works. Hey! All right, so we get another piece of paper. Put that in, and then we're going to get that Merry Little Christmas stencil, which may have some Distress Oxide on it. That's okay though. And we're going to spray. And then we're going to mop up. We'll spray the back side just a little bit. So we've got a little pattern on both sides. Put that back over here. Flip this one over. All right, so now I've got a mess to clean up. I've got some papers that we can use for our little notepad. I'm going to hit my heat tool with these and dry them. Oh, we got somebody we need to kick out of the chat. Delete their message. Don't click on it. You wouldn't mind a Christmas stencil, Cricket says. Well, you can go back and get a previous month's stencil club, Cricket. So if there's one set that you like and you would rather have it instead of the current month, or if you just want to go back and buy one time one of those, just message me and I can do an invoice for a one-time thing. And you can tell me which one you want, and I can send it. All right, see you later, Cricket. Thanks for coming in. You love the red? I'm glad you love it. Grocery delivery. All right, Cricket. Well, thank you. Enjoy your running your errands. Pay attention if you're driving. If you're not, then you can just pay attention where you're walking. Yeah, you can take me with you. I like the green too. I think the green turned out really pretty. All right, so now y'all are into the raffle. We're going to pick the winner. And we'll do one more prize. All right, I'm trying to clean off the glue from the Fabri-Tac because apparently I left the top somewhat off. And now my fingers are all gooey. Got sticky fingers. All right, come off. This glue is weird. It has weird texture to it. And I don't like having stuff on my hands, so I'm always cleaning my hands. I watch some other artists when they're crafting and I'm like, girl, I can't do it. I have to wash my hands. All right, I think I got the glue off. There we go. That's better. All right, so let's pick a winner. That's going to win 2,000 junk bucks. I'm also going to grab a prize. Oh, I haven't even got to look through these yet. So I'm not giving one of those yet. I'll give this instead. All right. So the winner of 2,000 junk bucks that Barbara Oliver had, she's passing them along to you. And so if you want to turn these immediately into a coupon code, you can say so, and we will get that done for you. So the winner is Cricket. She kind of spoke it out, and then she just left too. Hey, Cricket, let me know if you're wanting a coupon code right now, and I can send one out to you. You can message me on my website, or if you just want me to put the points, I can't get the words out, in your account, and you can do it the next live stream. It's up to you. Alrighty, so let's go back to the giveaway, reset. And we're going to do this is the Spirit of Christmas book. All right, so I have picked up, I don't know, at a book sale a while back. It's called The Spirit of Christmas. It's just a little handheld book which measures, a little over 5.5 inches by 6 inches in size. So you could, in theory, take the pages out and use them in your journal, but it's brand new. It must have sold for $7.95. Somebody probably tossed it in. And it's got these beautiful edges, so you could trim those off if you wanted, off of the pages. And then it's got some graphics throughout. To a young heart, everything is fun. So it's just good little sayings that you could use in journals. So anyhow, I thought I would pass that along. I thought somebody might enjoy having that book. Okay, Cricket says she wants the coupon code. So now what I'm going to do is take these papers and move this over because I want to cut them. And I cut that green piece to be 5 inches wide. So I think I'll just do 2 at a time because it gets a little difficult to cut multiples sometimes. So I'm just going to cut just shy of 5 inches. If I can get that to go. Cut this one off. Right, and then we'll cut these. Line them up, line them up. Line them up, line them up. Okay. It's not perfect, but you know, it's handmade. We're just going to go with it. Okay. Okay, we got it. Put that in the notes, Robin. All right, so I'm going to trim this to be just under 8 inches. I may have too many stacked here, so I may end up regretting trying to do this all at once. Oh, I got it. Look at that. I'm going to take this piece and I will score it at the 1/2 inch mark. So I'm just going to lightly score this. I'm going to fold this over and I'll do it again. So this piece of paper is 5 by 8.5 inches. But I'm scoring at the 1/2 inch mark right here. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is stack my papers in the order in which I want them. So I'm just putting a green and a red and green and a red. And we're going to line them up inside my notepad, if you will, here. And what I've done in the past is I would just take a bead of glue and put a little bead across the top here and put down the paper, and then do the next one. Put down the paper, put down another one, put down the paper, and I want this to go all the way up to the top. And because I didn't distress this beforehand, I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so just added a little distress, not much. And I'm going to take this piece and glue that down. And if you need to, you know, put some clips on it. So I'm just going to grab a couple of paper clips to hold it in place for a moment. All right, let's repeat that. Uh-oh, missed your map. It's time to go to bed already for you. All right. So I think I want the green on the front. So again, I'm just going to line this all up. So that it's up underneath my tab. So I'm going to lift it again. I'm not gluing it back here because I am going to go to the sewing machine in a moment and sew to this little tab, which just reminded me I forgot to put glue or tattered, or what do you call this, distress inks on it again. So Just a little bit of distress ink before I glue it down, like so. Let's get this glued in place for a moment. All right, so we've got, you know, some pretty easily usable pieces of paper, okay? While we're waiting on that glue to dry, we're going to go to the sewing machine here in just a moment. I'm going to add some distress inks to the edges. And I'm okay that it's not cut perfectly. We'll fix it. You doze? Oh my gosh, you're trying to tell me I'm boring? Ah, snoring. Yeah, you got to stop thinking like that. You just got to go to bed and stay in bed. Trust me. All right. So I'm going to take off the paper clips and open this out flat. Okay, so now this is glued in here. Do this one the same way. And I'm going to the sewing machine and I'm going to stitch right across here. Okay, I'm just going to stitch right across there. I'm just so sleepy. Sleepy. I understand. I was sleepy, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. We were watching TV and I just could not keep my eyes open for nothing. And finally I said to Henry at like 8:20, I need to go to bed. I'm tired. Okay. So like that. So now this could actually go over a page. I'll show you in a moment. I may go to bed early tonight. I'm tired. But I got stuff to do. All right. Let's come back over here. All right, so if we had a journal page and we want to put that over the page like that, so you can have this when you get to it and you can take the whole thing out. And I think we could add some more embellishment to it. Well, I have one of these. Oh, it's a little big, but maybe we can find a card that could be used on this side as a pocket or something, maybe. Trying to find one that we could put it like that, and it could be a side loading pocket. What else do I have here? So what if I took this one? Oh, I'd have to cut it because this would get cut off. Maybe I'll save that for another time. Let's see, how wide is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty close, but we'll save it for something else. What else do I have in here? Maybe this one. I can just cut it off to make a pocket on the back side. What do you think? Or I could cut this one. Maybe I'll do that one. Just cut off just a little bit of it. Okay, I got a plan. All right, so I'm going to take this one, and I think I just need to cut it to be under 5 inches. So let's look at it and go right about there. And we'll cut off this way, 5 inches. I was cutting a little bit off both sides. I know it doesn't have to be up and down, but that's what I want it to be. Now, do I want to cut off this piece? Might as well. Then you don't see the white. It isn't obvious that I trimmed up part of the card and had to lose some of the image. There. So now this piece can go right on top like that. And then this one can go, let's put it right in the middle. So I think we need to put something around that outside edge to decorate it a little bit. Let's look at the stamps. I have the poinsettia stamp, so let's use that one. See if my block is big enough. And let's get, do I want black ink? I think I want black ink. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this up and lay this out and stamp around the edges. Okay. All right, so then this one would go right on top. And we still have writing space here if we want it. Like that? Okay. Perfect fit. When you're like a bear and when it gets cold, you're ready to hibernate. All right, so let's put a little poinsettia there. Maybe one over here. Oh, I don't know why I'm stamping the bottom. We can't see it. I was just trying to make a pattern, but I think I like it just like that. Just a little bit on here. All right, so let's make these. I've got strips of paper, so we're going to make them into pockets. I think I'll put a strip down the side, just in case we have a wide card we want to put in there. It's a good way to use the extras. All right, we're going to finish this up. We're going to pick the last winner here in just a moment. Did you like today? Did you see something interesting or different? Maybe some ways to use those greeting cards you have. I know you have some that you shaved, because I think almost everybody has some. May not have a bunch, but you have some. Okay. Let that dry for a moment. And I think I want this one to be a side load, so we're going to put a strip down the side and the top and the bottom. Using all the scraps. All right. What do y'all have plans to do this week? Well, I've got to finish working on the subscription boxes. I am going to work on a tutorial, and I don't know when, but I'm going to be working on a tutorial for how to make the bands to go around envelopes as a challenge for November. So as soon as I can sit down and do some videotaping, I will get that recorded and shared with everybody. So be on the lookout inside the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. I'm just trimming the edges, getting rid of the scraps. I wasn't going to put one across the bottom, but I kind of ran out of papers. Let's see. I got one more. I wasn't going to, but now I am. It's usually how it goes. All right. I don't like the heat. Don't like the heat. Yeah, I understand. I don't like to be hot, but I dislike being cold. I like that I can usually layer up and get warm again, but I don't like to be cold for long periods of time. Oh yeah, that'll look a lot better. All right, so I'm going to fold in these edges and add some distress ink here. Glue them into place. So, I don't know, I was just making some embellishments, some ephemera that we can use. I will be back on next Monday working with the Merry Little Christmas subscription box that was designed by Norella of Calico Collage. I picked out what I wanted and made my suggestions of what I wanted to see in the kit, and she put it together. So I'll be recording a video showing the contents of the kits. So be on the lookout for that as well. Okay. All right. So this one goes on here. So I'm just going to glue this. Now I could, if I wanted that stitched look, I could stitch around that outside edge. So I'm just going to place it down without it. Okay. Oop, it slid on me. Don't do that. I'm sure it didn't glue it shut. Okay. Let's glue this one over here. Okay. Okay. So now we've embellished this piece so that when it's hanging out over the page, you've got a pocket that you can put more things in it, and then you can flip it around and use this. I think we could add some embellishments on here as well. Okay. Can't wait for that Christmas box. Yay! All right. I think for the most part I'm done today. We're just going to do the last raffle, which is to give away this book. If you haven't already gotten in on the raffle, please do so. I think I'm going to add some more embellishments to that, but I think you like the idea of using those. And then of course we made the little pockets and a couple of little journal cards I thought could go together. And then I thought this was kind of turned out cute using some scraps. And again, we were able to put it down in here. They didn't glue it shut. And then made the little folio with that ribbon, some stickers and stenciling. All right. Oh yes, Robin, you need to go to the post office tomorrow. If that's still true, I can do that in the morning. And I love how this one turned out. It makes me want to have giant ornaments and make some more little pieces. And this one, using the embossing powder around the edges to give it a little more glitz. So you got a little variety here, using some old things and using some new things together. I had fun. I hope you did too. It'll be forever, Julie, because it's got to go down under. Because you're so far away on the other side of the earth. All right, we're going to give away this little Christmas book. I see if people get in there. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Margie, the Mrs. Edmondson, and Cricket for your donations. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Barbara, for donating your 200 junk bucks. We'll get Cricket her coupon code. All right, thank you, Robin. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much, Barbara. Lots of pretty things. All right, let's pick the winner who's going to get this Christmas book, and it is Janice Brammer. Congratulations, you're getting this little book. I'll get my notepad out so I can write a note. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate you being here and supporting me. I hope you have an amazing week. Oh, I just realized I'm not in the camera frame all the way. That's what happens when I was sewing. Thank you guys. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have an amazing week. Be on the lookout for some videos and updates through my Facebook page and the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group or on my website. And if you have any questions, please use that comment box down below. Let me know what you thought about today. What was your favorite part? What did you learn that you enjoyed that you'll probably do yourself? And, you know, give this video a thumbs up. And, of course, share it if you had a good time and you think others would enjoy it as well. All right. Y'all have an amazing week. I'm going to get off here and go have dinner with my husband and relax for a little bit. And then I got to get back and work on the computer. Y'all have a great day, great night, great week, all that. Happy Halloween, everybody. Bye-bye.